buenos dias. My name is Kenton DeYoung. This is Kenton DeYoung Travel, and today we are going on a boat ride out into the ocean to see some islands and see some birds and other wildlife. We are with Paracas Explorer, the company that hosts these boat tours throughout the area. You see Paracas behind me there on the horizon. We just got on the water now. It's about 9:30 in the morning. It's going to be a really fun packed day. We got stuff planned until I think it is about 6:45, 7 o'clock at night. And then, of course, there's the 4-hour bus ride back to Lima. So it's going to be another jump pack day just like yesterday. I'm really excited to see what happens. Hopefully you can hear me okay with the mask on. We'll see what happens as we get further out onto the water.
Pero entiendo yo que el hecho de venir acá significa que ustedes quieren ver lobos marinos y quieren ver aves, sobre todo.
So we're back at Cocopelli. We spent about an hour and a half out on the boat in the water, and we saw a lot of really cool stuff. Before I talk about it, though, they told us that we couldn't go see the island we were supposed to go see because the weather out there was too bad. So we went to some other islands instead. We wouldn't know the difference because we've never been out there, but we got to see a lot of birds, a lot of guano. We also got to see some penguins, baby penguins. Saw some sea lions. We got to see a lot of dolphins. Actually, we were just coming out of the harbor. A whole pod of dolphins came by, and they were swimming and jumping, and actually it was really nice. One of the most interesting parts I thought about the whole experience was we stopped at one point to kind of learn about like local Peruvian history and some of the stuff in the area. And one of the things we saw was this sand dune or side of a mountain with an insignia carved into it. And I don't know what the tour guide was saying to tell us what this thing was. I don't know if it was a marker following the war. I don't know if it was like a geological marker for guano research. I don't know what it was. But it was really interesting, and I'm going to be looking that up when I get back home, figure out what exactly this thing was. So now we're back at Cocopelli. We have about an hour or so here before we have to head out again. We're just kind of hanging out right now because I think the boat tour was a little bit shorter than we thought it was going to be because the weather was bad out in the ocean. After this, I think we're going to have lunch, and then I think we're going to go... I don't know. Someone said a vineyard, but I don't remember seeing a vineyard on the itinerary, so I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's going to be a good time.
Shots or either shots or jogger. Same word. Shots or jogger.
I was just ready to say I'm okay, but you know, this chicken is gonna happen. Ay, en la última mesa acaso no están llevando nada.
So we're in Huacachina now. We're going to spend the next couple hours here. We're going to do some dune bugging, some sand sledding, I think it's called. But for now we have an hour just to kind of chill out, relax, have fun. And naturally, I want to check out the city, the town. I think it's only about 150 people living here. I'll take my drone up, see what I can see from above, you know how it is. And then pack up my bags and go out on the sand dunes. One thing they told us about this place is the sand dunes are more like sand mountains because they're so much bigger than everything else. You saw them perhaps in the video I took them away here, but you'll see them more. They are, I don't even know if my drone can go as high as these sand mountains are, so we'll see. So I know my drone footage wasn't the best this time, and I was kind of sad about that. But the reason for that is because the sand hills here, the sand mountains here, are so big that my drone can't even get higher than them. And Huacachina, it's just a little bit too big to fit into my camera. If I was probably at the top of a sand dune and sent the drone up, I could probably see the whole thing, but because this is like 0 meters where I am, I can only go 120 up into the air. So I can't go higher than the sand dunes, which sucks. I was able to kind of fly around a bit and see the sights, but I'm sorry, yeah, that footage wasn't the best, just because of how different this terrain is. I don't know if I'll take the drone up with me when we go sand dune bugging, sorry, just because I don't want to ruin it, right? So it might be all the drone footage I get, but it's okay, right? The drone footage is okay. So we got half an hour yet before we start the dune bugging, so probably head back to the hostel. We're just kind of chilling out for the past little bit, and then get ready to go. So I just finished walking up the hill to get to the dune buggies. You can hear them in the background. Quite tired, but the view is very, very cool. I'll show you what it looks like and where we're going to be dune bugging in just a few minutes.
Okay. Oh no, I.
You sure? I can wait up here with you. I'll go after you.
So we just did our first sandboarding up the hill. You can see we came all the way from up there, all the way down on just this little board here. It was terrifying, but it's actually pretty safe. I think we're doing 2 more. I think they're gonna get steeper, so I'm not too excited to see what they look like, but I guess we'll find out either way, right?
If anyone wants to go.
I'll go when I'm done filming this. So we just finished number 2, which was a lot more steeper than number 1. I slowed down at the end with my arms. Don't do that. You should use your feet, otherwise you get sand all over your hands. You might break your wrists too. So don't do what I did. Use your feet. That is a very high one though, and I'm a little bit worried about what's to come next. And that makes 3. That's the 3rd one we went down. It's by far the steepest. Not the longest, but the steepest for sure. But I did that one better, I felt. Didn't get sand on my arms as much. But it was pretty fun. Now we're gonna head back into Huacachina and get some supper. It's been a pretty cool, fun day out here in the sun and in the sand. But I'm really excited for a shower. So we're back at the hostel now. We're going to have some supper and head back on the bus. It's going to take about 5-6 hours to get back to Lima, so it's going to be a long drive, but I'm probably going to sleep most of the way. Supper tonight looks like we got rice with chicken, some little chips on top. It's pretty good. Actually, I'll hold it up so you can see it. My concern is that it might have cilantro in it because a lot of our dishes here have cilantro, and when I eat cilantro I taste soap. I'm one of those people. If it tastes like that, so be it. I'm just hungry enough, I want to eat anything. So I think that's all for today. I think after this we're just going to take the bus back, so there's no point in recording on that. So, as always, my name is Kenton Young. This has been Kenton Young Travel. Thank you for coming with me, and I will see you next time. Which I don't know where that will be. Maybe in Cusco? I don't know, we'll find out. Anyway, see you next time. Bye guys.